kids, you want to go and do an experiment with me? I do. It's been way too long since we got a chance to do an experiment, and that makes me kind of sad. But we can still do so much science and learning from home. You want to come and maybe invent something with me? Or maybe try and figure something out with me? I know I do. Come on, let's do it. So, what experiment are we gonna do today? Well, have you ever thought very much about boats? Like, boats are pretty cool because sure, I can swim across the water, but like, boats can not only get me across the water and keep me dry, but they can carry a whole bunch of stuff too. Like, here's a couple of different boats. You've got like really big boats, and you have a whole bunch of these smaller boats, and there's some boats that use the wind to move, and there's other ones that use motors to move. There's some that people row, and there's some that carry a ton of stuff, like huge amounts of things. Look at this boat. It's carrying so many things. Like, do you think you could guess how heavy that boat is? It's probably really heavy, huh? Have you ever thought about when boats are carrying so much different things, how do they make sure that they don't sink? So, I want to do an experiment. I want to try and figure out, can I make a boat that can carry that much stuff? And now you might be wondering, well, hang on, Mr. Stewart. I'm here at home. There's no way for me to like go out into the middle of the ocean and find a boat for myself. I'm here to tell you, you can make your very own boat with some basic stuff that you have around the house. Like for me, I have this tin foil, right? Do you have any of this? I bet you can ask your parents. Maybe they'll let you borrow some. And we can go and try and make a boat ourselves. Come on, let's go do it. Ready to do the experiment? So as you can see here, I have a couple of different materials. I got a tub full of water. Now, you could use a sink that is full of water. You could use a bathtub. Maybe you have a pond or a pool close by that you can use safely. So you could use any of those things. And then I have a couple of different materials that I'm going to use both to build and to test my boat. Now, you can use whatever materials you have accessible in your house. So maybe you don't have these exact things, but maybe you have something different that you can use. This is your chance to be creative, guys. So, the first kind of boat that I'm going to build out of this stuff, tinfoil. Okay, if you are in grades 4 through 6, I'm gonna have a challenge. I'm gonna make this challenge a little bit harder for you guys. I'm gonna say that for your tinfoil boats should not be bigger than a 1 foot by 1 foot square, or the materials that you use should not be larger than that. So I've got a ruler here. I'm gonna measure out, that's about 1 foot wide. That's the same as 12 inches that I've counted up on my ruler. Okay, and I'm gonna measure out 12 more inches on my paper, on my tin foil. Got 12 inches right there. And, I think I'm gonna start to make a boat. But, you know what, actually, just looking at this, I think that my boat, if I just put this flat on my water, that's gonna be a pretty good boat. That's what I think. I'm gonna try that out. What do you guys think? Do you think this is gonna be a boat if a pretty good boat if I just kind of like put this on the water? Do you think it is? Okay, here, let's try that. So I'm just gonna put the boat on the water. Wait a second, there's already some water that's getting in. And here, the task is to try and put on as many pennies as I can. So I have some pennies here. I'm gonna try and put them, wait a second, it already got some water in it, guys. If I put on some pennies, there's 1, there's 2, oh no, it's full of water. Oh no, I've only put 3 pennies on, and it looks like it's already starting to sink. Oh no, my boat is sinking. Oh no, I only got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pennies on, and it looks like the boat did not pass the test because it's full of water. If that was my cargo, then it would be getting all wet. If that was the stuff that I had on my ship, so that's not a very good ship. I think we can design a better one. Okay, so I'm gonna take these pennies off. I could probably reuse this same tinfoil if I want to. And I'm gonna take these pennies out, and I'm gonna start to think to myself, because I'm a scientist and an engineer, and I want to try and think, how can I make this boat better? So first think to yourself, what could you do? What would you do that would be a little bit different to make that boat a little bit better? So I want to talk about some of the different things I could do with my tinfoil boat that I'm making. What are some things I could do to make my boat? Well, one thing I could do is I could fold it, and I could fold it maybe in half, or I could fold it just on the edges, and maybe I could fold it so it makes a shape, like a box, maybe, or maybe I could rip it in half and then connect these two halves together somehow. Now, the key part of doing an experiment like this is that, let's say I have this really, really great idea for a boat that has a hole in the middle but is bent up on the sides. What a cool idea for a boat. And I think, great, this is going to be the best boat ever, right? Because I'll just put, this is like a little donut-shaped boat, and all the stuff goes around the side, and when water goes over the edge, it just goes right out back through the middle. Do you think this is a very good boat? Well, maybe you do, or maybe you don't. But either way, as scientists, we need to test our ideas out before we know. I've noticed I've already gotten water into my boat. So already I kind of know, maybe it's not the greatest boat. But until I test it out and then try and come up with some different new ideas, it's impossible to know. Okay, so I want you to get started, make your own boat, show me pictures of them, send me videos, let me know how it goes.